NFL recaps for week 17. Man, we got the Cowboys beating the Titans 27-13 with a pickup of Josh Dobbs that he picked up from the Lions practice squad. Man, they should have beat the hell out of these boys, but man, I guess they just don't have enough right now. What do you think about that?
It is. Titans definitely fell off. Josh Dobbs actually had a pretty decent game, though. A lot of drop balls from the receivers, a lot of missed opportunities. So if they would have made some catches, the game would have been even more interesting. So, but he's supposed to start this next week too, so that'll be interesting to see.
Yep. Shout out Josh Dobbs, man. So Falcons beat the Cardinals 20-19. So Falcons are freaking still running the ball all over the guys. And the Cardinals, man, is just down in the dumps. I think they're getting rid of Kingsbury pretty soon, too.
I heard he was not rid of him. I heard he was supposed to step down, bro. Like, he's just not I don't know if it's the same vibe or the same. I don't know. Like, but I've heard rumors that he's going to step down or they'll mutually agree to part ways or something. But yeah, I've heard that too, man. Shout out to Desmond Ridder for the Falcons, though, getting the start and getting the win, ultimately, the rookie.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then we had Patriots over the Dolphins 23-21. They had Teddy Bridgewater in that one, and he got knocked out as well, too. Skylar Thompson this time. They didn't put in Stingley.
Skylar Thompson was taking the snaps, yep, after Bridgewater went down. Yep, and the Dolphins without Tua is a disaster. Bridgewater's had a couple of chances this year. He's not the Bridgewater that
hasn't done it.
Yeah. And you were high on him. He's not the same. Maybe it's the system. Maybe it's health. He's just not the same person. I don't know, but he's not getting it done, man. If Tua's not in there, Miami's not making no noise. They're currently out of like the playoff running right now too. With that loss to the Patriots, that places the Patriots above them right now. So when you look at it, because both teams are 8-8, but the Patriots sit above them in the standings. So they screwed themselves with that loss. But with no Tua, man, you know.
Yeah, Tua keep on getting these concussions, man. And they putting them back in the game, man. I don't know what the hell's going on with that stuff in Miami, man, for real. So, man, somebody needs to get suspended for that stuff. Stephen Ross, man, I really feel like you're a real piece of work, bro, for real, because you letting this man get all messed up and stuff or whatever. Y'all not gonna win the Super Bowl this season, man, for real. And y'all haven't paid this man yet. So, for real, man, it's just a lost cause for y'all, man, for real. I really do not respect Stephen Ross, man, and his antics, bro.
That's the owner of the Dolphins for anybody who doesn't know.
Right. For real. I do not like that stuff, man. For real. You got to get your stuff together, bro. For real. Sell your team, bro. Sell your team.
And I've been high on Stephen Ross. He's actually a Michigan grad, alum, donates money to the Michigan. But the way that you handled Brian Flores, he should have never been canned. He wanted him to lose games, and that didn't work out. So you fire him. Unjustly, I believe, because you fire him after winning the last 8-9 games in a row, sweeping New England Patriots and Bill Belichick, and you fire a coach like that. It wasn't warranted. It wasn't necessary. It just goes to show that he got fired for trying to do the right thing and win, and not
doing the right thing,
and not trying to lose games. So that's definitely wrong, bro. You can't be having that. There's no place in the NFL for that. Every team tanks. I understand that, but there's levels to this shit, and you can't offer them extra money and shit for tanking. And like, come on, man, brother's trying to, especially if you're a black coach, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like your real opportunities are beyond limited. You know what I'm saying?
Very small.
Very small. So like you ain't trying to get out there and tank. Remember Hugh Jackson from who used to coach the Browns said that he had the same incentives back years ago. Wait, in 2-3 seasons he won like 2 games with the Browns. Like that's how bad they were.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
We'll never
head coach. Get Baker. So they can get Baker and stuff. Right.
Mm-hmm. He'll never get a head coaching opportunity again because of how bad they
were.
Yeah,
never. It's over.
You can book that.
It was an upset. The New Orleans Saints beat the Eagles 20-10 with Andy Dalton over there. Man, Minshew just not getting that stuff done. But wow. That's a big win for the Saints, too.
Definitely is. We just touched bases on that when we had the Eagles guys on here not too long ago. But yeah, it definitely was a letdown. Minshew didn't show up that game. That they were all out of sorts. That's Jalen Hurts is that pivotal for that team's success, man. And without him, they're going nowhere. I don't think it's even a question.
Right. For real. So I got to get y'all stuff together, too. Giants beat the shit out of the Colts, man, with Jeff Saturday still as coach for the 7th week, for real. Still not doing anything, man. Giants win 38-10, and they are a lot for the playoffs this year. So shout out to the Giants, man, for real, doing work.
Saturday has no answers on a Sunday. He
Right.
ain't gonna keep that job, bro. You had no business
Mm-mm.
being hired even as interim. Interim should
Right.
come within, as in currently
Right.
employed, taking over till the season's end, getting the
Mm-mm.
potential possible opportunity to keep coaching if done to a certain level. You had no business getting that as an analyst. I'm sorry. You had like what,
No
2 years
way.
a coaching experience at a high school level or whatever the case. Well, you just don't deserve it.
That's not enough.
It's not. It's really not, and it had no business getting it, man.
And then my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, division winners of the NFC South, beats the Panthers 30-24 in a very close game, man. It was very close. Those boys was beating us. The Panthers was beating us, man, pretty much the whole game, man. Couple of defensive plays, couple of interceptions, man, and we turned that thing around. And Brady had 450 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 rushing. So 4 touchdowns total for Goat Milk, the Goat Milk Brady.
The GOAT, Thomas Brady.
Goat Milk.
The GOAT. Damn it. Don't start with me. Don't start with me. It's about time he started looking like Tom Brady. What better time, dude? I'm telling you, if he gets hot and starts playing like that now, bro, y'all can keep up with any of them, despite still no running game from the Tampa Bay offense. You can't expect this 45-year-old quarterback with no running game to drop back and throw it 50 times a game and him to do this every game. I mean, he ain't really done it all season, but you got to have a run game if you're going to have Brady successfully run your offense at this point in his career. He's too old for that now. You know what I mean? You got to run the ball effectively. They haven't done that all year, and it's cost them. But it's cost them, and you still won the division. So
yeah, he's still doing this thing, man. He's still doing this thing for real. A lot of late game wins or whatever these last couple weeks, you know. So he had the big win against the Saints. The game against the Rams came back or whatever, like 3 minutes. Like I say, just a lot of big games, whatever that he's won and whatever in the late minutes of the fourth or whatever. So that's what we need Brady to do, man, going towards the playoffs and stuff like that or whatever. So shout out to Brady, man, for real. I call you Goat Milk, but man, you know you the GOAT, bro.
Oh yeah, go ahead, say it again. I'm gonna loop that shit and put it in the next intro.
That's it. That's the only time you're gonna hear me say that. Ever.
That's all right. I'll republish it. Don't worry about it. I got you. How about my Lions beating the shit out the Bears 41-10, bro? Woo! Can't sleep on the Honolulu Blue. Bro, we beat Green Bay this week and the Seahawks lose. The Lions are in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit.
I'm telling you.
They coming out to play now, bro. It's going to be exciting, but they put the hurt on Chicago, bro. Aiden Hutchinson out there hustling. Jared Goff playing at an elite level right now. He's having one of the best statistical seasons, if not the best he's ever had. So he's definitely, the Lions don't need to use their first round pick on a quarterback next year, man. I would definitely pick one up eventually, like in the draft or free agency, just to have some depth in case he gets hurt or whatever, try to build for the future. But Jared Goff, if he keeps playing like this going into next year, he can keep doing some damage for the Lions. The Lions win this week and Seattle wins, and Seattle's going to get in over the Lions and they won't make the playoffs, but whatever, dude. Nobody expected them to make the playoffs this year anyway. For number one, and number two, that it looks promising headed in the future. So I'm a happy Lions fan right now.
Lions 8-8, man. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk of that shit, man? For real.
Bet you,
bro. That's super big, bro. That's super big. What did you have the Lions going this year? Did you have them going 8-9 or 9-8?
8-9.
8-9. So like I said, you was right there with it, bro. So you said it from the beginning or whatever, like, man, this is a different team, bro. You feel me? So shout out to you, man, for real, calling that stuff too, bro, for real.
Yeah, they honestly, they should have a better record, man, because they lost a lot of close games to some good teams that one possession games. That
Philly game, that freaking Minnesota
Buffalo
game.
Minnesota,
right? Exactly.
All these tough teams, they play them tight, man. They've only been balled on. Carolina stomped them, and New England Patriots stomped them. Those are the only 2 games this year. The Lions have been stomped this year out of 16 games they played so far. So that's not bad. So 14 games they're in it, whether they're winning or they lose by 1 possession. Let's look, and they're playing with a bunch of nobodies too.
Carolina, man, for real, man. Those guys so sneaky, man. But that run game, bro. Chuba Hubbard, man. Chuba Hubbard, and the other guy, man. What's the other guy?
Dante Foreman.
Right. So yeah, those boys freaking
been killing
for like 3+.
Bro, when they played the Lions, they had over like 220 rushing yards in the first half. I'm like, yeah, okay. This
is dead.
Yep. Dead in the water, bro. Dead in the water.
Dead in the water, bro. The Browns beat the Commanders 24-10 because they pulled out the key guy, Heineke or whatever, to put Wentz back in. And What did Wentz do? Let's see. Let's go see what Wentz did.
He got him eliminated from playoff contention. That's what he did.
Mr. Carson Wentz had 16 for 28, 143 yards, and 3 interceptions. That's why his ass should be out of there.
Out.
Bro, why would you even get this man even still, bro? Why would you put that man in Heineke was man winning all these games, bro? That's the dumb thing about the NFL, bro. Golly.
I got no words for that.
Y'all let this man freaking just mess up y'all season, bro. And this man hadn't did so good.
I got no words for that. Just like I had no words for the Packers blasting the Vikings, bro. I think the Vikings got exposed there, bro. Packers were favored that game. I couldn't understand it. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. And then Jair Alexander, the corner for the Packers, was talking all this shit, saying that, you know, Diggs's game was a fluke and all of this and all that, or not Diggs, but he said Jefferson. Yeah, he said Jefferson game was a fluke and talked all this shit. And then he held them without a catch. Jefferson did nothing. I'm like, man, he's going to go off on this dude.
Right. 1 catch for 15 yards. That's all that man had. 1 catch, 15 yards, bro. And this man averaged like 100+ yards a game. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely one of the best receivers in the game. And he gets shut down like Minnesota, Brandon. He was getting so frustrated, slamming his helmet. He should have been thrown out the game for touching the official. Like it was that got ugly for Minnesota, man. They ain't gonna win nothing, bro. I tell you, I'm not sold on Minnesota, bro. I don't care how good they look in the season. They don't won most of their games, barely like one possession, barely. Like, they've been getting so lucky, bro. Like it's just not gonna last.
I still like Minnesota though. I still feel like they got a lot. They still got a lot over there, or whatever. But they have some games or whatever that stuff just doesn't go as planned. Because when you rush Cousins or whatever, he's not that type of guy, whatever, that can make those throws under pressure. You feel me? Which a lot of the guys in the NFL can't. But Cousins or whatever, man, he'll throw that stuff wherever. He'll just throw it up. You know what I'm saying? Because he feel like his receiver saved him a lot, bro.
And then obviously the craziness between the Bengals and the Bills game postponed it. We've never seen that because of an injury. They stopped the game, then postponed it. Dude, and that's too bad because that game looked like it was going to be a throwdown. They was going at it already, and that was going to be such a good game. But like I said, our prayers are just with Damar Hamlin, man. We just hope he's all right.
Definitely.
And obviously that's a terrible thing, so we're praying for his family.
Definitely. Yeah, we got the Chargers. We got the Chargers beating the Rams. So that Baker Mayfield is pretty much done right now, whatever. He only had 132 passing. Cam Akers, man, came to play. 19 carries, 123 yards.
He's been coming on strong lately after wanting a trade, and he's been wanting out. So it'll be curious to see in the offseason if they end up keeping him or not, because he's a weapon when he's utilized right. So I need Baker and the Rams to beat the Seahawks this week so the Lions go to the playoffs, though. Speaking of which, you seen the Lions, they moved that Lions and Green Bay game to Sunday night. That's the primetime game, man.
They did?
A lot on the line. Yeah, they did.
So. Okay. They moved that Jaguars game. Speaking of the Jaguars, they won 31-3 against the Texans or whatever. So they're in sole possession or whatever of that AFC South division. And they got to play. Yeah, so they moved their game to Saturday night. So it's gonna be fire in Duval Saturday night, baby boy. I cannot wait, man, to watch that one, bro. They talking about tickets going for $300-$400, man. For real. Don't let me get my hands on one. Don't let me get my hands on one. Let me find one of my Uber riders, man. For real, got some tickets that they want to give away. Okay. Thank you.
Right. I ain't paying that much for that. That's crazy.
But Jaguars looking really good right now. Like
they are.
Doug Peterson, man, for real, like he got those boys on lock. The defense is looking. I really give it to the defense right now, man. Those boys are freaking plug and play, bro. I got a lot of Jaguar fans here in the city, man. Duval, man, representative, you know. But like I say, bro, they are loving the Jags right now. Shout out to Duval.
Hey,
straight up,
Duval.
Straight up, yeah, them boys rolling right now.
Yep, then we had the 49ers beating the Raiders 37-34. Did we go over that one?
No, we didn't go over that one.
Yeah, that was crazy. Overtime, man. Brock Purdy, that game was back and forth, man. That game was trippy.
Right.
But it just goes to the 49ers, man. They could they just be pulling out wins, man. Even with Brock Purdy, like you can plug in any quarterback, like you had mentioned weeks ago,
Mhm.
man, and it just works. That's a big reason I like them to go to the Super Bowl, man. I just think they're strong and they're
Right,
kicking and they're gonna make it somehow, some way.
right. Brock Purdy, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. McCaffrey had 121 yards on the touchdown, 19 carries. That's super big.
Benny,
Uh, yeah, Kittle only had 23 yards, 1 touchdown or whatever. But man, like I say, McCaffrey had 72 receiving yards too, so he almost had like 200 yards or whatever total. So he is a game changer, man,
he
for
is.
real,
They won
bro.
this no Debo. They ain't had Debo the last
No
couple of
beat,
games either.
right?
So
Man, these boys are still freaking cut. Because, like I say, it was Kittle the week before because he had all these touchdowns or whatever. I believe they were playing Washington. That was last week, I believe, or the week before. And man, Kittle was going off and stuff like that, man. But these guys, man, these guys are for real. For
they
real.
can
That is going to be that is the monster of the NFC right now, bro.
they can kill you with multiple players. That's why it makes them so dangerous. They can hit you from anywhere. Running back, tight end, receiver, it does not matter. You can have the most basic quarterback in there and they're going to kill you. If they can just make the right read and play smart, that team will most likely kill you because their defense is stout. They probably got the best defense in football, the 49ers.
Right.
They're
Definitely.
savages.
All areas, bro.
Savages.
All phases, bro. For real, they killing shit. And then the last game we got the Steelers at the Ravens, man. It was 16-13 Steelers. Steelers are 8-8, so that means Tomlin is not gonna have a losing season for like the 15th straight time, man. For real. So shout out to Tomlinson,
Well,
man.
well, he will if they lose this week to the Browns. But I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
I
okay,
don't know because it's a home game for the Steelers, and the Steelers are favored by 3 right now. But he has a chance. But regardless, even if he does lose that game, that's
right.
impressive ass coaching resume. That's
Mm-hmm.
why it's laughable when people, frustrated Steelers fans or whoever, are talking about Mike Tomlin's job in line. I'm like, are you fucking for real? Mike
No
Tomlin,
way.
Super Bowl winning coach who's at the playoffs to get
He
you to
is
the point
hot,
where you can win every single year
for
with
real.
like, and they haven't had like, they've had some great teams, but they haven't had like a lot of elite teams in years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Big Ben wasn't Big Ben like the last 5-6 years of his career. He was going downhill. So they're
Right.
getting a new quarterback now, new franchise. I think Pickett's going to be all right. I don't know what they were doing with Trubisky, but
I was just
regardless,
gonna
with
go.
all of that, they've
Mhm,
won 8
mhm.
games. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tomlin is a great coach, bro. He really
Awesome
is.
coach, definitely top elite coach. I was going to ask you what you feel about Kenny Pickett now, since he's got the starting nod and stuff or whatever, because he did pretty good. 15 for 27, 168 in the touchdown. It was a low scoring game though. You know what I'm saying? Najee Harris had like 111. So
Mhm.
so do you think Pickett is the quarterback of the future, or should they go in a different direction or whatever, have him like as a backup?
I think he's looking good so far. He's not killing it, like absolutely putting up like astounding numbers week in, week out. But that's not Pittsburgh's offense, dude. They're a run,
No.
ground and pound. That's
Mm-mm.
they rely on their defense more to limit them. And they were maybe if Pittsburgh can score like 28, 30 points a game, in their mind,
Right.
they're like, okay, we can control this game. We can beat them only
Mhm.
scoring this much because our defense is on point. They got the best defensive player in the league in TJ Watt. You know what I'm
TJ Watt.
saying? He just came back. I understand he was hurt, but I'm just saying that's their mentality of how they play in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? They rely
Right.
on that defense to stop them. I think Kenny Pickett did pretty well this year, and I think you keep rolling with him. Maybe get another young quarterback in there to, keep, maybe keep your options open. If Pickett goes down, you can develop another quarterback. I would do that, and then have a third quarterback, like a veteran somewhere, get him as a free agent so he can help mentor these young cats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I would do. So I
Right.
think keep giving Pickett a chance. He hasn't played terrible this year. He showed poise to greatness, and he's the hometown kid from Pitt, man. I mean, the fans already love him. As long as you don't do dumb
Right.
shit, turn it over left and right, and get too erratic with the ball and win some games. They're 8-8 right now. It could be way worse. So
Definitely.
they'll be all right.
But I think that, man, he's gonna be that guy, man, coming to the next couple years or whatever. I feel like he has the IQ. I feel like he can make those throws. He's not, like I say, he's not a juggernaut just as yet or whatever. He wasn't coming out of college, but I just feel like, man, he mentally he has the mental toughness to
Mhm.
play in a spot like Pittsburgh or something like that or whatever. I think that would be perfect for him
He
just
knows the
going
game,
forward.
definitely.
Yeah, he knows the game, man. Like I say, the IQ, man. He's not scared to throw those balls, bro. For real,
Mhm.
like he's on point, man. For real. But like I say, he doesn't have the receiving core, so they're gonna have to build around him the next couple of years or whatever to get him to that next level, man.
I say they need like one more solid receiver because, dude, George Pickens, rookie, he's a beast. He's
Right,
definitely a
right,
beast. He's
right,
a
right.
future number
But he's
one. You got to give
young.
him
Yeah,
time,
he's
right?
young,
It's his
man.
first
Right.
year.
Mhm.
Freiermuth at tight end is good. He's young as well. Deontay Johnson is a speedster. He's not a number one, but he could be a
He's
solid number two,
okay.
good solid.
He's
He
okay,
shows
but he needs
plays good.
he needs
He needs
the
help.
person, right? Yeah,
Right.
he needs another person or whatever that can really
Yeah, they'll
take
be all
that
right.
stuff over, man. He's not a takeover type player, bro. You
Right.
feel me? But he's a great route runner, and like you say, he's a sprinter. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so they'll be all right, you know.